for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Derrick Henry, the ball game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A first down carry for Henry. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Brady. They set up the screen for Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 7. First down, Washington. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Brady. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Because I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
33 yards on the play.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Love. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a Washington.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Washington.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Brady's throw there complete, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Ball in a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This from 44 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
25-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by B.W. Webb. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First down, Philadelphia.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You can't block me. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'll get him. Get him. Go Bandit. Jump. 50.
Here's Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Derrick Henry.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Brady's pass.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Third and long for Bridgewater. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Eagles.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington has retaken the lead.
Brandon McMahon.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The toss, left side, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A touchdown is a must here, but of course beware of leaving too much time on the clock for Tom Brady. It's 1st and goal. Going to give it to Love. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They toss it out right to Johnson.
The greatest show on
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Eagles have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What,
it's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Love. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Point after.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. And out of bounds right around the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. On third down,
another dollar,
baby. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, we cleaned it up, baby.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Philadelphia, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they